Welcome to this practice. As ever with any practice, please do as much or as little as you wish. Pay attention to your own body and what you need today. Change any pose so that it's right for you and your body today and now. We'll start as ever, just by arriving in this place. Sit tall, maybe on a folded blanket or a cushion, with a long spine, and soften or close your eyes, tuning into how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice the inhale, the pause at the end of the inhale. Notice the exhale, and be aware of the stillness as that breath leaves you. Is your breath slow or fast today? Is it deep or shallow? Just become aware. Become practiced with being aware. Let's take some balancing breaths, so breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 4. This is a good breath for you at any time of day or night. If you are anxious or wound up in some way, it will bring you down. If you are feeling sluggish or tired, it will just lift you a little. So inhaling for 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And let your breath just return to its natural rhythm. Notice how you feel. Notice any changes in your nervous system or energy, any shifts in energy in your body. Simple practices still bring changes to us, right down to a cellular level. Okay, let's come to lying down. Stretch out your legs, roll down to the mat. Feet about hip width apart. Let the feet drop out to the sides. Arms down by your sides and palms facing up. Notice how your body feels today. And as it sinks to the mat, how there are shifts and changes, even clicks here and there. And scan your body from your feet to your ankles and lower legs, upper legs and hips, belly and chest, down your shoulders, arms and hands, up the length of the back, following the spine to the neck and head. Notice how you feel. Take a lovely breath in, sweeping your arms overhead, coming into a full body stretch, maybe flexing your feet. And exhale, bring your arms back over. And again, inhale up and stretch Exhale, back down. One more, inhale up. Stretch through your fingertips and the soles of your feet. Maybe take our side stretch, our banana stretch here. So take the heels to the right and your shoulders. Maybe taking hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Walk back through center, heels left, shoulders left. Holding the right wrist. And come back to the center and release your arms. Bring your knees into your chest. You may wish to put your feet flat first, lift the hips and roll the spine down. Then bring your knees into your chest. Have a little rock side to side. And come to stillness. Notice the movements in Apanasana. As you inhale, your knees move away a little. As you exhale, they come back. Take some circles here at the hips, just warming through the joints. And change direction. It's okay if there's clicks or pops. And come to rest. Take the left foot flat, the right foot to the sky, maybe holding gently behind the thigh. Inhale and lengthen through the heel. Exhale and soften. Just be aware of any sensations. You're not trying to push or force sensation. Take a circle at the ankle and the other way. Then take the right ankle to the left knee or thigh, encouraging that right thigh away. For our reclined pigeon, lift the left foot up to the point that's right for you and breathe. Release. Take the right foot back down. Lift the left foot to the sky. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Take some circles. And change direction. And take our reclined pigeon. Flex the foot, ankle to knee or thigh, left thigh away. Find the position that's right for you. And notice. Release, just take the feet flat, about hip width apart or a bit wider actually towards the edge of the mat, and windshield wiper. Bring the knees back into the chest. Let's take a twist. I do like the first twist to be a gentle one, and a very good way to have that is lying down. A supine twist has no load on the spine, so it's very gentle. Drop the knees over to the left side. Sweep the right hand out, and as you do it, let that right shoulder sink to the mat. Take your gaze with that right hand and breathe. Bring that hand back across. Push to center. Take the knees to the right. Sweep the left hand out and let that left shoulder come all the way down. And breathe. Bring that hand across, all the way back. Push back to center. Hands behind the knees. Have a little rock and roll. Come up through seated, straight to tabletop 4-point kneeling pose. Making sure as ever you spread out the fingers, pushing into the fingertips. Wrists are under your elbows, under your shoulders, and knees are under your hips. Here we'll have balancing table, so be strong through the body. Inhale, reach out, right hand, left leg. Toes are pointed to the ground. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale out, elbow to knee. Out, elbow to knee. Out once more, and release. Pause and notice. Swap sides. Inhale out, elbow to knee. Out, elbow to knee. Out, elbow to knee. Out, and release. Inhale forward slightly and round down and back to your child's pose. Come forward, dipping the belly down, coming up to cow, and then round through cat, down and back to child's pose. Inhale up, dropping the belly to cow, round, down and back to child's pose. One more. Forward up to cow, lift the head a little, round, down and back to child's pose, and breathe. Come back up to tabletop. Take the hands forward, pushing through the fingertips and under the knuckle. Make sure your elbow creases are sort of forward, so you're rolling round at the sides of the arms. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees, sit bones back and up, downward facing dog. And in your downward dog, make sure your ears are framed by your arms and you have length through the spine. Doesn't matter how bent your knees are. Pedal the feet, just exploring a little bit. And then find a stationary dog. Slowly walk the toes up to the hands, coming to the top of the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need and just let the top of the body hang. Maybe taking hold of the opposite lower arms. Just have a little rock side to side. And generously bend the knees. Release the arms, sweep them wide and up, and into an extended mountain. Release the hands, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Find your mountain pose. Maybe lift one foot up and then the other. Spread your toes wide. Find where your feet feel right for you. So, traditionally the books say toes together, heels slightly apart. That's really uncomfortable for my back, and it is for many people. I like my feet about hip width apart. Lift the toes and spread them wide and place them back down. Just rock a little. Find your center. Lift the kneecaps so that you are engaging the quads a little. Lift through the body, be stronger in the core, all around your center. You're not holding it tight, but you've got some strength and some tone there. Be careful with the tailbone. We say tuck the tailbone under, but we mean ever so slightly. If you tuck it right under, you'll just cause more problems. If you have it tucked out or pointed out, you'll also cause problems in your lower spine. So feel where is right for you. Lifting through the chest. Chin is just down a little bit. You don't want to be lifting it up and hurting the back of your neck. Feel that long line of energy through the crown of the head. Shoulders are not crunched up by your ears, but away. And arms are down by your sides. Tadasana, mountain pose. Just pause here for a moment. It's a pose where you can feel grounded, centered. Take a deep breath in and out. Okay, inhale, sweep the arms out and up, coming into a very gentle back bend. So the hips are forward slightly, it's only gentle. On the next exhale, soften the knees or bend them as much as you need. Hinge at the hips, coming down to your deep forward fold. You can use blocks here if you wish to have your hands on wherever you need them to be, whichever height. On the next inhale, lift so the spine is long, either coming onto your fingertips or taking hands to the lower legs, to the shins, or to the thighs, wherever again is right for you. Leave your blocks there if you wish. And breathe. So you're coming into a flat spine. Drop the hands to the mat, right leg is leading. Step the right foot back and drop that right knee. You can uncurl the toes. Check your left knee is above your left ankle. And you're trying to sink your hips towards the mat. Inhale and lift, arms to the ceiling, low lunge, turning your pinky fingers in a little. And breathe. Hands to the mat. Take that left foot back to join the right, coming into a plank. So feet are about hip width apart. You're not sinking into your plank, but you're not into a halfway to a downward dog either. You're pushing the mat away. Drop the knees, half plank. Keep the elbows tucked in close to the body. Shift forwards and lower to the mat. Hands are under your shoulders. Inhale to a cobra, so you're pushing the lower belly and pelvis down to the mat, lifting through the chest. Your gaze is just ahead of you. Exhale and release. Inhale and lift. Push back. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees, sit bones back and up. Downward facing dog. And breathe. Right leg is still leading. Step the right foot up to the top of the mat again. It can walk there, it doesn't matter how it gets there. Drop the left knee. Check your right knee and ankle are lined up. Sink the hips again. Inhale, rise up. Low lunge. Pinkies turned in. Drop the hands. Tuck the back toes and walk or step that left foot forward, back to join the right, hip width apart or wherever is right for you. And inhale to a flat spine again. Exhale, deep forward fold. Generously bend the knees. Lengthen through the spine and sweep up. Extended mountain, gentle back bend. And exhale, hands through heart center. Down by the sides, back to Tadasana. Back to your mountain pose. We'll go through that again with the left foot leading. Inhale up. Gentle back bend. Generously bend. Hinge. Deep forward fold. Use your blocks if you wish. Inhale to a flat back. Next exhale, hands to the mat, left foot steps back. Drop the knee, untuck. Check. Protecting your knee, sinking the hips. Rise up, pinkies in, low lunge. Hands down, right leg goes back, joins the left, plank. Pushing the mat away. Drop to half plank, shift, elbows are tucked and lower. Hands are under your shoulders. Inhale to a cobra, exhale and down. Just have a sphinx here. So coming onto the forearms. Forearms are parallel, elbows are under the shoulders. Inhale and lift through the chest. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lift. Exhale and soften. One more. Lift. And release. Hands are under the shoulders. Inhale up. Push back, tuck the toes, sit bones back and up, downward facing dog. And just have a few breaths here. Left foot is leading, so either walk it or step it to the top of the mat. Drop the right knee and untuck if you wish. Check knee over ankle. Inhale, sinking the hips, low lunge. Drop the hands, tuck and step, coming up into a flat back. Exhale and lower, deep forward fold. Generously bend the knees. Sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center and release. Come to the center of your mat and just pause and notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice how energy has shifted within you. Then have a little shimmy, have a little shake, and pause and notice again. Okay, we're going to have a little warrior flow here. So step the legs out only as far as is right for you. We are not trying to create a poster of pictures. It's about what feels right in your body. So feet are parallel. Step the legs out again as far as is right for you. Turn the left toes to the short edge of the mat. Hips are kind of forward. We're setting up for warrior two. The right toes come in a little. And don't worry if you have to adjust your feet as you go along. Sometimes it's not until you're in the pose you need to bring the foot further in, you need to take it further out, and you don't always know until you get there. You know what's coming. Take a hug. Feel the embrace from you to you. Then sweep the arms out as you bend that left knee, coming into your warrior two. Arms at shoulder height, body is tall. Gaze is through that middle finger of the left hand. Virabhadrasana 2. Release and straighten the leg and take your hug again. Sweep out. Warrior 2. Check like your back arm isn't dropping. Release and hug. Squeeze. And again. Warrior two. And breathe. Feel your inner warrior here. We'll reverse, so drop the right palm, turn the left and sweep it over. Gaze can be up if you wish. Come back. Warrior two. Drop, turn and sweep. Come back. Warrior two. Drop, turn and sweep. And stay this time. Inhale, lengthen through those fingertips, feeling the expansion in the side of the chest. Exhale and soften. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. And come back. Warrior two. Shift a little, straighten and turn so that the left hand is in front of the left thigh or lower leg into Trikonasana, triangle. Right arm goes up. Still opening up through that chest. Gaze is up. Generously bend the knee, rise back up. Warrior two. Shift, straighten and turn. Generously bend, it's protecting your spine, and rise back up. Warrior two. Last one. Shift a little, straighten and turn. And breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and soften. Generously bend the knee. Rise back up. Warrior two. Turn the body through 45 degrees. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers and lift through the chest. Hinge at the hips, coming into humble warrior, taking the arms as high as you wish. Release the hands to the mat, walk them to the center, turning the feet so they're parallel. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. You can use a block here at the center if you prefer for your hands. Knees are not locked, they are soft. And inhale and lengthen through the spine with a flat back. Exhale and lower, dropping the head. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and lower. One more. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and lower. Just maybe move a little side to side intuitively. And then move your block if you're using one. Turn the feet out. Generously bend the knees in the same direction as the toes. Cactus the arms and rise up. Goddess. And breathe. And release. Pause and notice how you feel. And have a little shimmy. Have a little shake, and we'll do that on the other side. Stepping the legs out. Feet are parallel to start with again. Then turn the right toes out towards the short edge of the mat. Hips are forward again. The left toes come in a little. You know what it is? Take your hug. feel that embrace, that love and kindness and compassion to you, from you. And sweep out, bending that right knee, taking it over the ankle. Warrior two. Release and hug. Sweep out. Warrior two. One more, take a hug. Sweep out. Warrior two, gaze through the middle finger and breathe. Feel your inner strength. We'll reverse, drop the left hand, turn the right palm and sweep. Come back. Warrior two. Drop, turn and sweep. Come back. Warrior two. One more, drop, turn and sweep. Feel the expansion through the ribs. Gaze can be up. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. And come back. Warrior two. Shift a little. Straighten and turn, keeping those ribs spiraled open into triangle Trikonasana. Gaze can be up. Then generously bend the knee and come back. Warrior two. Shift, straighten and turn. Generously bend and rise back. Warrior two. Shift, straighten and turn and stay this time. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and soften. Generously bend the knee and rise back. Warrior two. Turn the body through 45 degrees. Interlace the fingers with the hands behind. Lift through the chest and hinge to humble your warrior. Release the hands. Walk them to center, turning the feet both forward, coming back into your wide-legged forward fold. Knees are not locked and just hang to start. Then inhale and lengthen. Exhale and fold. We'll have a little twist here. Again, you can use your block. Right hand on the block. Left hand to the sky. Left hand on the block, right hand to the sky. Release. Remove the block again if you need to. You can take the hands behind and interlace and lift the arms if you wish. Then release. Walk the feet in, coming to hip width apart, or where's comfortable for you. Generously bend the knees, lengthen through the spine, and rise up to extended mountain. And release. Pause and notice again. Just notice how you feel. Then have a little shimmy, have a little shake, and come back to the center of the mat. Let's have a tree. Shift the weight into the right foot. Externally rotate that left leg so that you are opening it up at the hip. Bring the heel to ankle. That is a beautiful tree. You may wish a different position, in which case you can take your foot to the lower leg. Just don't place it on the knee. We don't want any knee injuries. Or take it higher to the inner thigh. Find a drishti, a point to look at for focus and concentration. Hands maybe to heart center. It's okay to wobble. Maybe grow your branches. Or take your hands overhead. The position that feels good to you today. Be strong in your tree, lifting out of the hips, not sinking, and feel that energy rooting down to the earth and rising up through the crown of the head. And release. Just pause a moment and notice the difference in one side of the body compared to the other. It's quite dramatic. Change sides, shift the weight into the left foot. Externally rotate, opening up the hip. Heel to ankle. Find the point that's right for you today, and it will vary hour to hour, day to day, month to month. If you wish to go higher, even with a wobble, do. Find your drishti. Find your tree. Feel that grounding energy to the earth. And breathe. And release. Oh, pause and notice again. Just notice not just the sensations in the muscles and in the body, but the shifts in energy through you. Okay, take the feet wider than hip width, but not as wide as a warrior. We're going to sink down to Malasana, yogi squat. If your yogi squat means that your heels are off the floor, use a folded blanket under your heels, or even blocks or books, so that you have support under them. Otherwise, your weight is shifted into the balls of the feet and you get more pressure into the knees. So, feet are turned out, hands on hips, generously bend the knees, hinge at the hips, coming into a flat spine, hands down, and then sink. Sink your hips down and find your squat. So again, heels are great flat. If they're not flat, put something under them. Take your elbows to the inside of the thigh. Take the hands to heart center, so you're encouraging your thighs open, and lift through the chest. And breathe. Then release the hands behind, take the legs out in front and give them a little shake. Here you can sit on a mat or on a blanket or a block if it helps to have your hips raised. Keep the feet flexed at the ankles. Inhale, lift through the chest. Knees are soft. Hinge at the hips and fold. You're not trying to get your nose on your knees. Your spine is long. And breathe. You can just drop your gaze, drop your head a little. And release. Take the soles of the feet together. If your knees are up, you can use cushions, or you can let them just fall where they do. Your feet can be as close to you or as far away as you wish. Inhale and lift through the chest. Exhale and hinge at the hips, keeping that spine long and just folding where is right for you today. When you've reached the end of your hinge, just drop the head. And breathe. Take the hands flat and walk back up. Take the legs out in front again. And we're going to have a pigeon here today. So, push that out of the way. Come to your pigeon from tabletop. Please remember, I say this in so many videos, but no pain in the knee. We want no pain in the knee. It doesn't matter what your pigeon looks like as long as you are safe. So tabletop first. We'll start with the left side just because of the way I'm facing the camera. Take your left knee to the back of your left wrist. Take your left foot across the mat a little. It may just stay there with the toes pointing down. That is fine. Or it may come across a little. If it comes across a little, the toes will still be pointed. If your foot can come right across, you need to flex that foot to protect your knee. But don't force it. It doesn't matter. It needs to be the point that your body needs and not what looks like in a book. It needs to be right for your body. Take that right knee as far back as is right for you today. If your left hip is hanging in midair, put a blanket or block over it. Lift through the chest. You can come onto your fingertips and breathe. And then fold down either onto a cushion or your forearms, coming into your snoozy, sleepy pigeon. And breathe. To come out, just roll onto that left hip. Release the leg, come back to tabletop, and we'll do that on the other side. Right knee to right wrist. Right foot at the point that's right for you, and left leg as far back as is right today. Onto your fingertips and lift through the chest. And then fold down to your snoozy, sleepy pigeon. To come out, just roll onto that right hip. And then come back to tabletop and push back to your child's pose, but maybe this time taking the knees wider for a wide-legged child's pose. From here, come to boat ready. So feet are flat on the mat, knees are bent, hands are just behind. Inhale and lift the legs. Take the arms out if you wish. You can start first just by flexing and pointing, and even straightening the legs and bending them again in this position. Then slowly lower into low boat and up into high boat. Hold in your low boat. Back into high boat and lower down to the mat. And just have a little rock side to side. How we love boat. I'll move down the mat. We'll take a dynamic bridge here. So feet flat, close to your hips as you can. Arms down by your side. Inhale, sweep up and over. Lift the hips. Exhale and lower. Inhale up. Exhale and lower. Inhale up. Exhale and lower. Knees back into the chest. A little bit of intuitive movement. And let's take another supine twist. So this time, stretch out the left leg. Right foot to left knee. Left hand to right knee. Encouraging that knee across. Bend the lower leg, the left leg. Take hold with your right hand. You are pulling the cat's tail. Let your gaze go over that right shoulder. As you know, I like to call this tangle twist. And breathe. Release. Push back to center and rock. And do this on the other side. So stretch out the right leg. Left foot to right knee. Right hand to left. Sweep over. Bend the lower leg, the right leg, taking hold with the left hand. Take the right foot with the left hand and let the gaze go over your shoulder. And breathe. Release back to center. Have a little rock. And just push yourself gently up to a seated position for a guided meditation before Shavasana. Sit on a cushion or blanket if you wish. And listen. Notice the natural rhythm of your breath flowing freely. Notice any thoughts in your mind and let them go. Allow your mind to release anything that distracts you. Notice it, acknowledge it, and let it go. Notice your breath in. Notice your breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice your breath in. Notice your breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice how your body feels. Go deeper and deeper inside. The outside world is disappearing. A new scene developing around you. Shapes and colours may come into view, brightening and sharpening, moving and changing. You find yourself in a beautiful garden, surrounded by majestic trees, elegant statues, an array of plants and flowers. Take time to look around, breathing in and breathing out. Notice around you. Feel the grass beneath your bare feet. It's cool and damp. Hear birds singing from the trees. Notice the fresh, crisp air. Breathing in and breathing out. Walking slowly forward, you notice a path before you. The path is lined with stones, smooth, glistening in the sunlight. Follow the path. Peacefully follow this winding path. Breathing in and breathing out. You hear trickling water and see a fountain made of stone. Notice the water flow out of the fountain over the curves of the stone. The light catches the water. You see it glistening and shining. Colours of rainbow caught in the sun. Breathing in and breathing out. You know this water of this fountain is here for you to refresh you. Cup your hands together and move them into the flow. Catch the water and bring it to your mouth, sipping the cool water. Pause and notice. Breathing in and breathing out. You feel the healing, rejuvenation, and refreshment from this water. You feel gratitude and appreciation, thankful to give your body what it needs. Take another drink, then pause, breathing in and breathing out. You appreciate the fountain. You appreciate the water. You appreciate the gifts in your life. The fountain never goes dry and brings you more and more gratitude straight into your heart. Feel the water flowing through your body as you are breathing in and breathing out. The water from this fountain touches everything in the garden, nourishing it, seeping down into the soil, travelling up the roots of every plant, every flower, providing water for the birds and small animals who call this garden home. The water nourishes these living things. The water nourishes you. The cool grass is supple. The trees are strong. Their leaves are glistening. Notice, breathing in and breathing out. Notice here, just for a minute or so. Fill your hands once again, filling your own cup of gratitude. Breathing in and breathing out. This fountain is here for you. Anytime you've forgotten to appreciate all the wonderful things in your life. You can fill your own cup of gratitude. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Appreciation flows from you effortlessly. Breathing in and breathing out. You feel peaceful, relaxed, rejuvenated and grateful. Just enjoy the garden for another minute or so. It's time to leave the garden. With thanks, you follow the path once again. The garden slowly fades from view as you walk away. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember, you can return to this garden and this fountain whenever you need to refill your cup with gratitude. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Become aware of your surroundings once again. And as you are ready, open your eyes. As you are ready, just gently roll down to the mat. You may wish to have a blanket over you or a pillow under your head. Take your attention to your right hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the right shoulder. Allow your attention to move across the body to the left shoulder and all the way down to the left hand. Notice the thumb, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger and the little finger. Notice the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. Be aware of the wrist. Be aware of the wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm and the shoulder. Be aware of both arms. Take your attention to your right foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot, the heel and the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the right hip. Take your attention to your left foot. Notice the big toe, the second toe, the third toe, the fourth toe and the little toe. Notice the sole of the foot and the top of the foot. Be aware of the heel, the ankle, the lower leg, the knee, the thigh and the hip. Be aware of both legs. Notice the belly rise and fall with the breath. Notice the chest rising and falling. Be aware of the full length of the spine and the back resting on the mat. Notice the neck up to the head and the face. Be aware of the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the chin, the cheeks and the forehead. Be aware of the entire body resting on the mat just for a little while. As you are ready, gently wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Take a full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest and rock side to side. You may wish to lie on your side just for a few moments. And as you are ready, gently rock or push yourself to a seated position, back to where we began. We'll finish with 3 breaths here together. Hands down to the mat. Inhale, sweep up. Pause, as if holding the sun. Hands together and exhale. Pause, hands out. Inhale, sweep. Pause. Together and exhale. And out. Last one. Notice your breath throughout each and every day. Notice your body. Notice how you feel. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Enjoy your day. See you soon.